give you a little bit of my personal history to understand kind of how I came onto the bench that I do now. I grew up in
Can I do it? Can everybody hear? Good.
I grew up here in South Bethlehem, and I'm one of 8 children. My parents were born in Puerto Rico, and they came in, most of us were born here. And I love so much about Puerto Rican culture and vibrancy and so on. One of the things about the Puerto Rican culture that I learned and experienced was I had a brother who was very intelligent, was going to be going to college, going to go to school, and he went off to college, and then I came and I said, well, I'm interested in doing that too, and they said, no, that's for the boys mostly, and we really can't afford to do that, and that's something that just can't happen. And I'm not quite sure that that's necessarily unique to the culture, because there are, I think, many women of my age, basically, in that time period, where the priority was always to educate the men. So I had the really very, very good fortune of having a woman who was an educator and advocated for me. And she's still a mentor at this point in my life, but just a lovely, lovely person. And I ended up going to school, and I knew at that time that my goal was to save the world. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. And if you ask me, did you always have an interest in law? No. I ended up working in corrections with juveniles because that was my goal, was to work with kids. And then just through the plan of the higher power, a position opened up in South Bethlehem, and I had gone to school, gotten certification and all that, and I decided to run for judge. And I will say this to you when I share the story of oppression. This is a story that stands out to me the most. I recall when I ran, this is many years down the line, when I was running, I knocked on the door of one household, and they said, come in, and I entered the house, and the gentleman said to me, you are a Puerto Rican female. All that you want to do are lay on your backs and have children.
Wow.
And your husbands are out on drugs.
Wow.
And I'm in his living room. And I felt at that point wholeheartedly that I was the best candidate for the position. I knew that I would be very dedicated to the goals and what I envisioned as far as functioning on the bench. And he would say to me, what did you do? I said, well, what's what you believe. I was respectful. I left his home. And if you ask me if the winds were taken from my sails, absolutely. I went home and I cried like a baby. I was 25 years old at that time when I first ran for office. And I went home that night and I thought, what am I doing? How did I get into this? And I thought to myself, if he believes this, then there are others who believe this. My goal at that point was to go door to door. I had set a goal of 50 doors a night. I said, it's not enough. It's not enough. Then I just restructured the plan, 75 doors, whatever the numbers were at that point, and went door to door. And I had been, I look back now and I think it was more guts than good sense. When you think, well, I can do this, I can do this. But when you talk about, what your gifts are, what you hope to bring, it's very important in my life, I think, and I'm sure everybody's life, but to do meaningful work, that my work has meaning, that I always say we're not here to just shuffle papers. You have to really, every soul that sits before you, I think it's very important to try and connect to see where they're at. As you execute discretion from the bench. And it is always, of course, you can be criticized for different things that you say, whatever they be. But I think it's very, very important that we remember that we are dealing with people who are at a time period in your life, perhaps. We all do things we're not proud of at certain points, but to try and inspire them to say, and often, yes, this is potentially a terrible mistake, but it can be the best thing that ever happened to you if you take from it what you're supposed to and move forward. So, that's who I am, that's what I do. I've been in the office for 28 years, and now as old as the hills. Not 25 anymore. But I love my work.